Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am doing a video reviewing the two collections that I've subscribed to from Uniquely Creative, the Storyteller subscription and also their main subscription. I will just go over what is contained and what I think of the papers and just give you an overall rundown of my thoughts and feelings about them all. So if this sounds like something that you would like, please sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. Okay, so to start with, I am going to go through the Storyteller collection. And we get a few things. We get the magazine, which I'll go through in a moment. We get this butterfly die, which I have already disconnected, but I will show you. So we get this beautiful butterfly die. We get this beautiful purple ribbon. Can you see the gold flecks? It's stunning. We get a piece of vellum, some muslin, some embellishments which are holographic, and we get the papers. So in regards to this month's Storytellers, the book is giving us some ideas on how to, of course, use the extras that we've been provided, and it's more of a sage green, soft kind of colour palette that they've compiled for this Storytellers and put together for this particular collection. Here's a visual of what the butterflies look like once they have been die cut, which is cute. They've used the little embellishments to actually make the body of the butterfly, which is a cool idea. And we always get our preview for the month of June. So this preview looks like we're going to get more of a whimsical fairy tale kind of a theme. Looks very mossy green and woodland, I guess, is what it looks like in here. So that is the sneak peek as to what we will receive as part of the June subscription kit. Let's get into the review of the paper that we have received. I'll try to zoom in just a little bit. The colours seem to be a little bit off from what they actually are in person. So for example, this is more of a sage green colour than what it's showing up on camera. If you own Distress Oxides and you have the colour bundled sage, that's the colour that this is more representative of than what it is showing up on camera. So it's called Beautiful Meadow and it's from the Into the Wild collection, and that is the B-side. We have this, which is from the Wisteria Lane collection. I love the fact that I've got another one of these spare because I love the concept of the circle and that it's already cut up. You can do half a circle. The colour palette last month and what the papers ended up looking like in real life, I ended up getting so inspired by that. Not only is this particular page versatile, but I love the fact that I've got a spare one of these. Once again, the colours aren't showing up the best on camera, but it is just this most beautiful watercolour of blues and pinks and purples, and then like you get the splatters of the white. It's just gorgeous. So these are the type of pages that I really don't care if I had 15,000 in my collection. I'm still not going to use them because they're too pretty to actually use. We get another one from Into the Wild, which is called Mountain Ranges. That is the B-side. We get this one from Gypsy Hearts, and this is called A Delighted Fussy Cuts. But when I first saw this page, I didn't even think that this one was to be fussy cut. It looks like it is a proper, just normal background piece to use as your backgrounds of cards or scrapbook, whatever you're creating. So I think that this is the type of design in which you can choose to go either way. You could fussy cut it and emphasize the next pages that I'm about to show, or you could just use this as your background if you like the concept. And that is the B-side. And then these we've got two, and this is gorgeous. I love anything that gives me embellishments in the corners because then I can choose to just chop it up and make cards, or like if you're doing a folio, you can just choose the section that you want to do. And even if you were to cut these down to be 6x6 pages, you're going to get an image on each 6x6 section, which I really like. And it helps that the colour palette for this is also really, really nice. It's not a colour palette that I have a lot of cardstock already in. So that's the other reason why I chose to subscribe to these kits, is because my colours are generally just pinks and soft greys, things along those lines. So getting these kind of subscriptions where I don't get that choice pushes me outside of my comfort zone. And I'll talk more about that in regards to the main collection kit that we have. But this one here is just the soft blue going into that green and then the sage green as well. And we have the beautiful daffodils for that. And then the B side is that one. The thing that I am choosing to do with my Storyteller collections, which might not work for everybody, but I'm actually not using my Storyteller collections. I'm actually saving them all up and putting them all aside. And I plan to create with them at the end of the year, kind of like doing a mini 2024 review, I guess. So looking back on 2024 and picking photos from each month and then putting a kit together so that I can use the papers in the order that fits best with what I've got going on. For some people, that might just clutter up their spaces, but I like the fact that I'm surprised with each month and that each month is going to be different, but each month might not fit in with the theme of what I've ended up doing. So for example, the travel theme that we got, I'm going to put those pages away until I do go on a trip of some form. This type of kit here might not fit in with what I end up doing in May. So when I've got those particular months where I know clearly that it belongs to another month, I just put it aside, and I'm yet to come across a month that kind of fits in with what I'm doing. So I've just decided to put everything to the side, and then at the end of the year I will go back, put them in the order of how I want to create, and then kind of play along with that. So it's kind of, for me, I'm treating this like I'm going to go into 2025 working on my 2024 paper, if that makes sense. That is the Storyteller collection, and let's move on to the main one. Okay, so this is the main collection from Uniquely Creative that we received for the month of May. The theme is Vintage Chronicles, and we have a lot of paint kind of visuals and splashes of green, a big splash of coral, things like that. But let's have a look at the goodies that were included in this particular subscription. So we received this beautiful washi. These two slimline dies that create an edged border. We received the creative cuts, and this font I just can't. It's so beautiful. I love the fact that we get these included. That also gives you a better idea as to the color palette that we have going on this particular month. And we also get some of the Scrabble letters contained in here as well. Then we get my favorite parts of the collections, which is the vellum sticky creative cuts. And this color that you can see here, although it's not showing up the best on camera, it gives me that whole cactus vibes. That's the type of image that I get. I know that there's no cactuses in here, but the colors that they've chosen just pushes my mind towards cactuses for some reason. But yeah. Then we have these stickers, which are the puffy stickers, and these are extremely thin, and that is a good thing. I love the Uniquely Creative decoration stickers. I ended up using them, the set that we received as part of the travel collection. I ended up using the puffy stickers to do a lot of decoration on my folio. I'll link this folio in the corner, but this one is really, it's not thick, but it looks thick in comparison to these new ones that we've received. This sticks so well. In my video, I had spoken about the Europe trip stickers, and I purchased these from Spotlight, but when I stuck them on, they just didn't have the best stick to them, so I ended up having to use glue underneath. None of the Uniquely Creative stickers have extra glue. They are stuck on with the glue that was on the back of it already, and they are not budging. Even the little dot stickers though, even the little dot point, so the little top of the eye, it is stuck on. It is not moving. I can run my fingers fully over that and it's not coming off with no extra adhesive. So I really like that. And in comparison to the ones that we get in this kit, they are thinner, but they're going to be just as awesome. Anytime that these are included in my kit, I'm so excited because they are so good quality. And then we get the magazines. Let's get into my favorite part of these reviews, the paper collection. So this month we get the front page, which of course has a quick run through of everything that is provided in the papers. And when we flip it over, we are getting some more cut apart. So we're getting some arches, some words. We get some more of those Scrabble letters. It says generations, grandmothers, grandfathers, and ancestors. And then it has some more fussy cutting items there. Or you can choose to use this front cutout and create your design from that. And then we have the papers. I was saying saying before in regards to the Storyteller collection that sometimes I can get intimidated by the paper in front of me, and I feel like that is the case with this paper collection, and it's not a bad thing. It is just that these pages are stunning and I don't have the confidence just yet to, I think, use them to the best of their abilities. On the back we have this. You'll see this theme throughout for the B-sides. It is a lot of peeled paint, and I am going to show you a couple where it is very similar, but I will indicate where the differences are. So as part of this collection you do get 2 pages of each design. This is the next one, which has a peel paint background. Once again, the colours aren't true to camera. They are more of a sage green, even like just a light sage green colour, and then it has the peeled paint aspect down the bottom with these cream and blue beautiful flowers. The B side of this one is one of those ones that I am saying is very similar to the previous. So to give you guys a comparison, this one here that we've just shown, this is that B-side. I'll try to zoom out just a bit. So that is that B-side, and that is the B-side from the next sheet. So you can tell that they're different, but you can definitely see similarity. I like to watch the Uniquely Creative release video prior to the kits being released so that I can get a sneak peek, I guess I would say, as to what I'm going to get in the collection. So although it's not necessarily a surprise when I receive the kits, in person they always do look different to camera. But one of the things that is true to camera by the looks of it from what I'm seeing on my view screen is these elements, how they've gone and put them so that they're layered separately, they do look 3D. In person it is subtle, on camera it is very visual. The effect that is created by this is stunning, and I really like that. And once again, it's this kind of color palette that it's just so different, but it's not offensive to the eye. Having that pop of color there, it suits it. It looks really, really nice. That is the B-side. We have this one here where we have the butterfly incorporated with the flower, which is really, really nice. The pop of coral again. And that is the B-side. Once again, this one is kind of comparable to our last B-side, except it is a bit lighter. So we have this one here, and then we have this one here. We then have this piece, which I love this piece. I have no idea how I would use it, how everybody else has used it in the magazine, and what I've seen people create with the cards and stuff. Absolutely stunning. It's just gorgeous, and I think on any kind of project that is going to look absolutely beautiful. Then we have the B-side. This one here is another one of the stunning ones. The bridge itself is just gorgeous. And then we have the B-side, which is fussy cuts. We have tags. I am desperate for the die for this to come back in stock. I look every single month to see if it is, and I have an alert set up for when they do come back in stock, because although these are easy to fussy cut, there's nothing better than a die cut and the round edges and everything else like that. The other thing I wanted to bring up in regards to going online and having a look at Uniquely Creative's other items, if you do subscribe, you get an opportunity to add on to your subscription so that you're not paying multiple shipping fees, which is great. One of the things that I didn't realize though is that in conjunction with these collections, there will also be a plain cardstock collection that is available to you to purchase, where you get a couple pages of plain coloured paper that you can use alongside your collection. That's not something that I knew about until after last month's collection was released. And when I realized that, I quickly jumped online hoping that I could get one, and they were sold out. I feel like they sell out because all of those people that have already subscribed know about them, so therefore they add them to their subscriptions prior to the subscriptions being sent out. So if there's any stock left of them, it's not going to be much. So I do recommend, if you are a subscriber to their collections, to go check out their plain cardstock. stock, because it's something that I feel like I'm missing, not in these collections. These collections, I really like the variety that I get, but more so missing in when I'm putting together a project. Sometimes I just need that plain colored paper. I need to have a background for my photo to go on top of that particular paper, but I want it to match in with the color palette that I already have. So for example, I believe that from the cardstock collection, for this particular kit for the month of May, there was this color, and at least this color. I chose not to purchase the color pack for this month because this collection wasn't something that I was automatically inspired by. So I didn't want to add in and get a paper collection for something that I was a bit unsure of. But last month's color tone, which was the purples and the blues and the pinks, that's my kind of color palette. So I would have added that to my order if I had have known. So I do recommend that. You can also add them to your order if you want to, which are, I think, one page at $1.80, if that's something that you would prefer to do. So for the collections, I find that the individual pages don't run out as quickly as the collection pack. But in saying that, I've only been looking for the past 2 months, and the past 2 months they've sold out paper collections. These here, getting back to the kit, is our tags to cut out. They are gorgeous. They will match perfectly with what our theme is. And then you have the B side, which is this beautiful wood pattern. We have some more fussy cuts with another butterfly, some words, some windows, and we get, of course, 2 of these. And our B side is kind of like a peeled paint on wood kind of effect. It's really, really nice. So that is the collection for the month of May. This is absolutely gorgeous. And if you just love soft tones, if you love your soft light greens, you are going to love this collection. So thanks guys so much for watching. Sorry it's been far and few between in regards to videos for me lately. Life is just getting busier and busier and busier the further we get into this year, but hopefully I can create a more regular drop of my videos. And if you like it, if you haven't already subscribed, I would love you to. If you have any comments below, drop them down. And apart from that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, bye guys.